Hey, yesterday Savvy Shields was crowned Miss America 2016. She is 21 years old, University of Arkansas student, Miss Arkansas, and I think she was Miss Ozarks at one point, is a Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority member, and so on. And I went through her social media, and it seems like a really perky lady and nice person and everything. And then I ran across this tweet that she read, and Savvy, I know you're going to see this. What's going through your head when you put this out there? You wrote, I feel like God talks black to me sometimes, like, "YOUUU IZZ BEINN DUMB." Okay, you wrote that 4 years ago. July 1st, 2012 at 9:17 in the morning, according to this tweet. But you never took the tweet down. You just left it there, which means you were completely ignorant as to how someone else would think about seeing that. And let me tell you how I thought and think. I am, first of all, really shocked that there are people still around who are young, your age. I'm 54, that's why I'm Zenny 62, who believe in their heads that the normal way a black person talks is like that. Which means that you think what? That I'm an aberration, that the President of the United States is an aberration, that Oprah Winfrey is an aberration, that Prince Amukamara, the cornerback with the New York Giants, is an aberration. I think Prince got traded. That, well, gosh, who else could be an aberration? Tim Scott, the Republican congressman, is an aberration. Pick it. I mean, how many aberrations? Denzel Washington is an aberration. I mean, I can go on and on and on. This is crazy. Where do you get that idea? Who did you get that idea from? And why put that out there on Twitter? Okay? It just boggles the mind. Do you believe that the CEO of Xerox, who's a black woman, is an aberration because she doesn't talk that way? Let me tell you something, Savvy, and I want you to remember this, okay? We're at a time where that kind of thinking is just completely outmoded. You said black. You didn't say African American. You're probably thinking about African American, but you said black. Do you think John Boyega, who played Finn in Star Wars The Force Awakens, is an aberration? I mean, what's going through your head? Do you have any black friends? Do you think Gabby Douglas, one of the judges at the Miss America pageant, is an aberration because she speaks like anyone else does? Where did you get this idea from? And why? I cannot believe this thinking is still out there. I can't. But your tweet proves that it really is. I guess maybe in some circles of our country, some regions. Those regions need to grow up and come into the 21st century, because that is no longer the case at all. None, not at all. Something else too. I remember when I worked for Oakland Mayor Elihu Harris as his economic advisor. And in 1996, he called me into his office very early in the morning, tossed a document at me, which basically was a blueprint, a policy blueprint for introducing something called Ebonics in Oakland. I was completely against it, and Elihu was too. Why? Ebonics is basically the idea of learning how to talk black. And many of us who were against Ebonics were against it because, first of all, that talking black that you say you hear was born of slavery, of being denied access to books, of being denied an education because you were black by someone white who dare impose themselves on you with a gun or some other kind of instrument. But from those times when black slaves were denied the chance to learn anything, lest they learn how to escape or kill their master, or build something industrious for themselves. No, not at all. That's where all this came from. Get rid of the thinking. You are Miss America. You were not crowned Miss America to be Miss White America. You are Miss America, period. That means that you've got to understand this country, its history, and love its people today. And I'm sure you're going to say, I love all people. But when I say love all people, it's not that you tolerate their existence. You learn about them as people and as individuals, and you appreciate who they are, and you get rid of your prejudices. Because that is exemplary of the the fact that that prejudice exists within you. But you put it out there on social media. Didn't even think about it. At the time you were, 18? Okay? Look, that's when you form your ideas about people and race. It was at that time that someone should have called you on it. They didn't. Because you have friends who, they didn't care. You have black friends, someone would have called you out on that. What do you mean talking black girl? What are you talking about? Savvy, you're Miss America now. Get some black friends, okay? And take that tweet down.